All right, guys. This is not a butt plug. This is a compression tester from way back.
Yep, goes to 130, I guess, would be the last line on it.
So obviously for older engines that had, because older new engines now are like 160, 180.
Yeah,
I've seen some cranking compression at 200, but this, but you would have put this in the spark plug, glow plug, butt plug hole, and hold it in, and you would have had somebody turn it over, and that would have checked compression. And what's funny is like, you know, we're mad if it's down to 110. We're like, oh, it's only got 110. These people jumped up and down in the air.
Well, you know, an old tractor 3-to-1 compression was, you know, 80, 90 psi.
Oh wow, it's actually a General Motors manufacturer. You can't see it there, but a GM made this. This would have been a dealership.
I actually got the box for it. So.
Oh wow, so GM made this thing. Pretty wild. Okay, these millstones right here, which we're using it as a table at the moment, this millstone would have dated back into when?
Probably early 1900s.
Early 1900s. Okay, so this is back when they made cornmeal in America. They didn't have GMO mess you up corn, and so to make these, they had to cut these out by hand. So this was starting to be made, and then they must have stopped according to maybe what we suspect because of a crack starting to form. Maybe, possibly.
I'm thinking that's right.
Okay, so and tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, so this one came from out west because of the kind of material it's made out of. We know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I always looked at it and thought what kind of machine they used to do it, and then until I found a video, and it's in German, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys came back in the early 60s or 70s that used to do it for a living,
mm-hmm.
and they were like 80, 90 years old, but they went ahead and done them and showed how they did them.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen these 3 lines around here,
mm-hmm.
and I couldn't figure out why there was lines there.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out the chisel that they use has 3 little forks on it,
mm-hmm.
and the chisel I seen on the video matched perfect to what was on this. So they would have cut this out until they got it all the way down,
mm-hmm.
and then they would have drilled holes around the bottom and then run wedges in and actually popped it loose from the bottom of the stone, because this stone would have been in the side of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So to see one of these out of a quarry is kind of rare and odd, because they're usually connected to, there's millions of tons of rock all connected together. So for it to be out of the quarry is kind of weird. So this came from
wonder what made them chisel it the rest of the way out once it busted.
I don't know that it didn't bust maybe after they got that far.
Oh, I got you.
I mean, or maybe they didn't notice it or something. I don't know. These guys was pretty quick. You'd be surprised, but it was really impressive. And I'll try to forward you the video, but it was really impressive to see these guys work, because I mean they were doing stones way bigger than this one, and to lift them and flip them and stuff, they was using wagon jacks. They wasn't using anything modern. Everything was old hammers. They'd go around this thing with what looked like a pickaxe and go and cut it, and then to do the final on it, they had that chisel with the 3 fingers on it, and that's why that it looks like it's got 3 little fingers there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so uniform, and I thought it was a machine, but it's definitely not a machine. And but neat as can be. And millstones are pretty easy to find. They're not cheap. I've got one. But
that's the reason why I see this stepper here. This is where they drilled and were starting to break out around it.
yeah, they would eventually go all the way around it, and they actually went through about like you would be doing what do you call it when you do the wood, make it straight. Go around it with an adze like and take it out.
Yeah.
Hewing a log.
Hewing a log.
It's the same basic principle. You're hewing around one of these, but you just had to be skilled at it and tough as nails.
Not Huey Lewis and a news, though.
No, Huey Lewis news didn't. Well, you could listen to it while you're doing it, though.
Yeah. But it is hip to be square or hip to be round?
Round. These are all hip to be round.
Yeah, good deal.
But,